Me say yo, yeah, me get back. Get some confetti, coach, and we didn't have a messy. So tap on that. Wait out it, yeah. Get up on the CS. I want my hands to what your phone to wait here. And you can. About the man, what I done, what? I mean, Mama make up, my Maya, who you shot. Remember, say you're to the bassa. I want me to back, me to Cassa, Master, where you would the car, a van for your way, and you come in the car, and you just all talk again. I didn't know must move to yeah, I dare you, yeah, told him super back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? We good?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. So listen up, people. It's been a minute since I've been in the studio, but I'm glad to be back. And today I thought, you know what? Since, again, it's been a while, I figured I could bring in someone to spice things up a little bit. And this is a long-time acquaintance of mine, but I thought, hey, you know what? If I can like this guy, so will you. It's Kevin Paul. He is a purveyor of the lyrical and instrumental arts. He is the one that sets the house on fire. Whenever you're in Helsinki, just ask people. If someone doesn't know him, they definitely know someone that knows him. I'm telling you. No, seriously. Actually, recently, I bumped into an old friend of mine, Stanislav. He's a fellow Russian.
Okay.
And he's a DJ who I think plays out of Lohja, somewhere in Western Finland. And I was like, are you acquainted with Kevin Paul by any chance? And he said, oh, wait a minute. You mean the house guy? I was like, the one and only, of course. And he was. So your name is definitely renowned. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Nice to have you here. Nice to have me here, and appreciate it. Yes, for people that doesn't know me, my name is Kevin Paul. I play house music. I'm a DJ in the Helsinki scenes, and I have my own house event called The House, where we play strictly house music and bring DJs and artists that makes house music and likes to play it, and all around house music, everything that's happening around it, I gotta be there somehow.
And listen, people, when he talks about organizing house events, I remember I was invited to one of your events. I think it was it August 2022 in that building in next to Allah Spool. What was that building called?
The Palm. That's what the Palm.
The Palm.
Yes.
Is the one with the see-through glass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see what's going on inside. Man, you people really know how to organize things, because there was light show. I think there was like some kind of like smoky, hazy.
We had a CO2 cannon there. Yeah. Wait, it was hand cannon, CO2 hand cannon there.
What is that?
It's like pressured air, like very compressed air, and when you just it's gassed in the tank, in 30 little tank, you know, it's a huge ass tank, and when you just shoot it out of the gun or like cannon, hand cannon, whatever you got, when you shoot it out, and it kind of like makes a very high pitched sound and smoke comes out. It was funny idea then, but it made a lot of noise. People didn't like it at all. It looked visually cool, but it wasn't.
With the lights and everything, it gives a little bit of a psychedelic feeling, you know.
Yeah,
it's very hazy. I remember just walking in, I was like, listen, is this? It felt like a scene out of a film. Like straight up, I'll be honest with you, because usually the party scene can be quite, you know, dead and flat in Finland. It's quite repetitive. Most places play the same sort of beat tune. Yes, they got the old school classics and all that, you know, go shorty, it's your birthday, and then they go to Snoop Dogg or something. But you guys actually, I don't know, you're very crafty, creative. I think, wait, how many are you in this the house movement?
There is 5 of us. So me, there is Siri, who is our marketing manager. Then there is OP, who is our A&R and our radio show producer. And there is Adde, or like Adam, who is our photographer and videographer. Actually, is making our 5-year documentary right now of the house.
Wait, you guys have been going on for 5 years, or?
No. We just started, but we're, you know.
Oh, so you're going to be filming for the next 5 years?
Yes.
Oh.
And then there is Vuki, or like Vukile. Many might actually know him as a producer, and he's
a brother, right?
Huh?
He's the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And yeah, you actually know him. Yeah. and he is our radio show co-host who is co-hosting the house on air.
Are you guys online? Was it like an internet radio or
It's internet radio, yeah,
Yeah.
on Mixcloud.
mix? Wait, it's a platform, right?
Yes.
Yes, this stuff is new for me, so
It's alright, it's
Slack.
alright,
I'm
it's
some
alright.
slack. No, but like, where did this journey start? Because like for me personally, the house music, I was introduced to it in September 2013 by our mutual friend, Specs Mark.
Yeah.
You know, because he just came back from the UK and we just went out and we went out to a friend's place and he played a song by an artist called Vice, so Weiss.
Yeah.
For some reason, man, house music just it hits different. It's different. Like it's got. Before that, I was mainly into underground hip hop and stuff like that. But house just can't resist it. You just
Let me put you on a game. So what I call house music is the same.
enlighten me.
See, house music is same as say oil and salt in cooking.
Ooh.
You can mix it with everything and it works. You can put house music with rap. You can put house music with Latin music, Afro house, whatever you just want.
Yeah.
Just slap the house beat on it and it works. It either gonna give you a very aggressive vibe or it's gonna give you a very mellow vibe. It's gonna make you dance. It's gonna make you feel. House music works on everything. That's why there is so many house remixes of different of different songs. And one that actually proves my point is when they did Sade, Smooth Operator.
Okay.
You know this Smooth Operator.
Yeah. I mean, now it's catchy. Yeah.
They made
Brings
a
the vibe.
house remix of it, and it blew up on TikTok
How
because
recent
it
was
just works. It gives different perspective to the song, and that's why I love house music. It doesn't strict you on something specific. It gives you a variety of different, options.
I mean, when it comes to remixes, I've noticed at least there is this trend where they will take 70s songs
Mhm.
and then just boom, they infuse it, and it somehow works.
It works.
Whether it's Ain't No Mountain High Enough,
Yes.
it just works. I don't know if it's is there a specific rhythm to it? Is it like interval?
It just
Rhythm or-
it's the house music is so basic. It's just kick and a snare, and then you got the hi hats like, and then you got. It's so basic, and it's always almost like 125 BPM, like standard. It's fast, but not like super fast, and it's always like the same as you would give like a basic rap boom bap, But when you put it a bit faster, all of a sudden it turns into a house music, and it gives.
What's the ratio? As in, like, for example, between how much rap, like on average, rap music, how much does it have beats per minute?
Oh, that's hard. I would say, based on my knowledge, I would say rap music is somewhere about 92 to 100 BPM.
Okay,
But with
yeah.
new rap music coming
Like
up,
drill and stuff.
the drill is 140 BPM.
It's heart
Or-
attack, bro. Heart attack.
Yeah, but then always you can like cut the beat and in make it 2 times slower when it's like 72 BPM. But house music is almost standard from 120 BPM to 128. That's like that's standard. Over that you go almost to a speed house or to a techno, and under that you almost go to a
like industrial techno house, right? Like,
almost, yeah. But when you go under 120, it kind of gives like slow, moody. I won't always give it to Amapiano. Amapiano actually goes to 122 BPM.
But Amapiano is
112 to 100 to 14 BPM.
But now that you brought up Amapiano, so it is a subgenre of house in a way, right?
Yes and no. I never got to Amapiano that far. That
Or is it his own thing?
it's kind of the own thing. It has this boom, 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 kind of a thing, and you can move your body to it. But
But it's not
never
like
I
hype.
no, it doesn't get you like super.
It's
At
too.
least
It's
me.
a bit more mellow. And no, I
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
you mean. It's
yeah.
it's groovy,
Mm,
but you cannot really bust the dance floor with
yeah,
it, right?
no.
Yeah. I know what you mean. But like, also on my piano, I was introduced to it by my cousin.
Hmm.
Thank you, shout out to T. You
Mm.
know, but now where did your journey? Did it start in? Because I know you've been playing since your high school days, right?
Yeah, I think I started playing from 2019. From 2019.
Hold
That's
up.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe
I'm kind
I
of a
heard
fresh
different.
to, but yeah, of course I've had like the decks I played at my home and everything,
And
but
that's
I
what I
don't
mean, though.
count
You
that.
started. You should though, right?
No, yes and no. Kind of for every DJ, they always count like when they started to make
Mm,
so-called money to it, or um, well, that's harsh to say.
since you had
Say
to break
when
out
you
in the scene.
started make like doing your moves in the
Yeah,
scene,
yeah.
that's when you start your days.
Mm,
For example, for me, it was 2019. That's where I started DJing. Went to clubs,
yeah.
DJ there and everything. Uh, but yeah,
But walk me through the process. Do you just sort of uh, walk into a venue and then be like, hey, listen, I'm a new kid on the block, so I would like to show my skills. Give me the opportunity.
that's
Or
what I did when I went from smaller pub
yeah,
to bigger uh, to a bigger venue. I actually so my story started this way. I was playing at small venues in Helsinki.
how
One
old were
might
you?
remember, huh?
How old were you?
I was 19, I guess. I was
Man,
19. I was fresh. I was
crazy.
fresh. So I was playing in a place called oh no, I forgot. Baker's. No, it was Baker's. It was upstairs. If somebody knows where is
Where is
the
it?
Stockman, and
Oh
there's across that
True.
was there's Taco Bell.
Yeah,
On the second floor of Taco Bell, there
the
was
view's sick.
Baker's.
I've heard
There
at
was
least.
Baker's.
Yeah,
I started playing there, and I knew, okay, this place is going to close eventually. They said that they're going to close in, I think, 2020, the 2020 January or
they were not
something
doing
like
too
this.
well.
No, they no. I think the all Eries bought the place. They was like,
Mm,
okay, we're gonna offer you this much and going to buy out.
yeah.
I was like, okay, so I got to make some moves. I went to we went on the night out with the boys, and we went to
Chilling with
Maxine.
the boy.
Yeah, we went out on the night with the boys. We went to Maxine.
Mm.
I was like, okay, guys, this is going to be the night I will get myself into this building, and I will become as a resident there. They was like, okay, come on, bro, stop the cap,
Yeah.
stop the cap. I was like, no, I'm going to do this. So yada yada yada. I went up
Mm.
there, went to the DJ. I was like, okay, yo, my name is this guy. Who
Mm.
is booking the DJs here? He's like, Mark. I was like, Mark who? He's like, yeah, the guy who's selling the tickets downstairs.
Mm.
I was like, that's the guy. He was like, yeah, he's the owner of this, or like the
Oh wow.
manager
Okay.
of this whole place. I was like, damn, okay. So I went downstairs, talked to the Mark. I was like, I'm this guy. I've been playing in this and this and this. You probably don't know my name, but I have the passion. I want to step my game up.
Mm.
I was like, okay, so here's my contact. If you're going to remember what you just told me on the next day, I'll give you a chance. It's like, okay, bet. So that night I stopped drinking. I was like, I need to. Guys was like, hey, let's go, Kevin, let's go. I was like, nah, guys, I need to stay fresh.
Yeah.
I need to get my head up.
Yeah.
Next morning, texted Mark, put right on his email.
Right in the morning. This was probably like 7 hours later.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was till the morning, and then
Stoked.
next morning, sent the message to him. He replied. He was like, okay, swing by, let me hear you play, like on the weekday, for like when the bar is closed, but they're doing some inventory there. Started playing there. He liked what I heard. He was like, okay, come
You just
by.
play some samples of your work, or
Yeah, just
You just mix
what
randomly.
I was just mixing the
You
songs.
get into the
Like,
flow.
yeah, just mixing, doing my thing.
Mm.
It's like, okay, cut the music. It's like, okay. And then he said, okay, well, would you like to get paid and everything
yeah.
and that
The
and
brass
then
tacks.
I was like, man, now I got like that was the moment. I was like, okay, now I gotta get the, you know, get my game up
But,
because
do you feel was there a certain amount of pressure? Because I could not
it
imagine
was
you
no,
being in a. I mean, there was not too many people there, right? When you were giving the samples to him. When
there
you
was
played for him?
nobody. There was
It was
nobody.
just
It
him.
was just him.
Bruh.
It was
Some
just him.
politician.
It was, okay, there was probably some bartenders,
Yeah.
doing something, but it was just him. Sorry.
Man, I would feel like nerve the rack
It
up.
puts you like that was the moment, like when you come down to your training.
Yeah.
Like you've been training a lot. I don't care if there would be 800 different persons, like drunk, drinking, and everything, just vibing to it.
Mhm.
But it's one person that actually is going to decide,
And he cares.
and he cares.
Yeah, yeah.
What? Well, he liked it. He was like, okay, gave me a couple of gigs, and that's where it started. I leaped from a venues that were 200 people to the Maxine, which was packed. This was before pandemic, and it was packed. There was like over 700 people there, and yeah, that's where my day started. And ever since,
since you brought up the pandemic, did COVID put a halt to your
yes
little venture, or
yes,
how
it
bad?
put everybody's put everybody's job on a hold because you couldn't go anywhere to party, or you had to make some underground parties to go to party and everything. But yeah, it put hold on like a year. But then after that, went back to Maxine, started slowly moving up, and this is where.
Did you feel rusty at all after like a year of a break, or?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Not that bad. But that's actually when pandemic ended. That's when the house got its roots. Yeah, so or like the house event
2022-ish.
Yeah, 2022.
That was that bucket thing you guys were doing in Compy, right?
Oh, that was like very after that everything started.
Okay.
So went
I became
back.
familiar with it then. I was spreading online where you guys were doing this little marketing thing.
Yeah,
and it was very catchy. And I don't know who's creating these things, but you guys are doing a good job. Yeah, I thought so.
I'm the mastermind behind it. I will say that. But yeah, actually, how the whole thing started is I went back to Maxine after pandemic, started played a couple of gigs, and all of a sudden I realized I cannot play house music there. Like,
it's not the
no. That was not the point. Someone from way up decided that house music is not gonna slide. We don't want to hear house music in the venues. I was like, okay,
what?
that's. I was like, I'm. It's not even that harsh.
Yeah,
it was not even that harsh of a house music. It's not from the deepest end. But someone said that no house music. I was okay. Went to different places. Again, no house music. Went to a different place. Again, no house music.
So
I was
the owners are.
I don't know because the managers were fine with it, but someone just wasn't fine with it. So I was okay. You know what? This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make my own event that's gonna be specifically for house music. I'm gonna take my own guys there. I'm gonna make it happen, and that's what happened. We were playing with my friend on PS Chat. I was like, this sucks, man. I can't play house music anywhere, man. I'm gonna create my own house event. It was like, okay, do it then. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it then. And then I just went and did.
I see this pattern in your life where it's always you and your friends. You come up with this. You have this moment of eureka, and you tell your friends you're gonna do it, and they start doubting you. They're like, nah, you can't. They end up doing it because they're doubting you. Just like when you guys went out to Maxine, and the first time you went out, and you're like, hey, listen, I'm gonna talk to the owner.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm going to. But that's kind of cool though, because I see you deliberately seek out challenges and discomfort in a way, because it takes a lot of cojones for someone to step up and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this.
I I'm a very competitive person.
I can see that.
Super competitive. It goes back to when I played American football.
Mm.
I didn't care so much about um
Roosters or where'd you play?
I played in Helsinki Wolverines.
Mm.
I didn't care so much about as a team game. That's kind of the problem also with me, that I'm not good of a team player.
Man's a maverick.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't care about the team plays. I cared always about one-on-ones.
Mm.
When you're like offense against defense, but you play man on man, one-on-ones. Like there's you, and then there is
Were
the
you a wide
opponent.
receiver or?
I was wide receiver. Yes.
You seem like the slender wide receiver guy.
yeah,
Lightweight.
I always was about the routes. Never catch the ball in my life, but I broke so many ankles. But yeah, I just waited. I was training for those one-on-ones. I didn't care about the big plays and everything that. I just cared about one-on-ones because it was everything on the line. Because if you're gonna fall down, like everybody's watching.
Yeah.
If the other guy fall down and you catch the ball and everything, all of a sudden you're the hero.
Too
But
fast for y'all.
yeah, and it puts pressure on yourself. Like if you mess up, that's on you. For example, when vice versa, when there's team plays, if your teammates mess up, then it's it is what it is. You did nothing. It's not on you. You can just walk it off. But if on one-on-ones, if you mess up, that's on you.
Yeah.
You're gonna remember that. So you gotta train hard for those. When the time comes and you have to perform, you will do it.
Is this the reason? Which brings back to an earlier convo we had before the pod. Is this one of the reasons why you sort of haven't maybe I wouldn't want to say sold your soul to big record labels, but I see you constantly just freelancing and doing your own thing. You're on the solo. You're like a bounty hunter.
I never wanted to make a record deal. It's not that I don't see for me any potential to it, but because I don't make music like that, like others do. Music labels are more of a marketing platform for you. So if you're making music and you're marketing your stuff, your product that you're putting out, your art, your life, and it doesn't catch attention that it should, then you usually go and give it to record labels because they have the money, they have the power over those,
to pump your product out, right?
Yes, they have a lot of money. But some of the people sometimes don't realize what means selling the soul out. Are you familiar with the concept?
Like, I mean, in a generalized sense, yeah. Basically, where you make a deal and they practically own you in a way.
In a way, yes. So
you have some independent oversight, but yeah.
So basically, they give you a contract. For example, look, I'm going to give you a 2 million contract. Some people will think, oh man, they just gave me 2 million. I'm going to spend it all. I'm gonna spend it all.
More, or
that's actually a loan. It's not a signing bonus. It's not a salary you gave. They give you a $2 million loan for you to convert yourself into an artist, into a icon. Some people will, I've seen many cases. You've seen many cases. Artists go, they take 2 million. Oh, I'm gonna buy a whip. I'm gonna buy a crib for myself. Look at this 200K chain I got. None of those money went to production on anything of your album, of your music video, nothing. All of a sudden you spend all your money and you're like, shit, what I do now? Pockets are empty. I got all these chains, all these whips, but nothing is happening. So sometimes what they do, they make it not a loan. So now you own label for $1 million, but all of a sudden contract changes. Now you have 360 deal. 360 deal means whatever is happening around you, the 360 around you they own it. They own either all of it or percentage of it.
So even if you come up with, let's say,
For example, you're an artist, you got 360 deal, you come up with this radio show, record label owns it.
bruh,
Yeah.
pause,
And
I
they-
did not know this. Actually.
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah,
know
yeah.
this. What?
And then
Even if I come up with with my own supplement or something,
yeah, they own it.
even though it has nothing to do with the music. Oh snap!
And that's gonna continue until you buy yourself out of a contract or of
But you've already taken in so much, right?
mm,
It's a perpetual sort of.
yeah. So when
that.
they give you the money for young artists out there, if you're gonna have a situation that record label wants to give you a contract, remember that is not free money. Nothing is free. Nothing is given you like
Enough said.
just because. You get the contract, start thinking, how do you convert this million into a 2 million? For example, if you get the million contract, start already thinking how you're going to convert
Invest something.
make productions, start making like moves, start making.
But the companies will produce it for you, no, though, right? If you just
No,
if you
of
sign up
course,
with a
everything costs. Marketing costs, studio time costs,
so you actually
producers
have to cover that from your own pocket.
from the million you got.
Oh.
And you better put out the hit that sells out.
Mm.
Because if you're gonna put a trash song that doesn't sell, you're going to still be in debt for a milli.
Mm. And they probably have the power to just take you to a long like court battle or whatever.
Whatever, yeah. But there is one very good video on YouTube that explains actually more depth of how music industry works, and they actually cover up one of the biggest artists that signed, for example, Michael Jackson and Amy Winehouse and all of those, like how they ended up with their contracts with their music industry, because music industry itself is very crooked.
Like any major industry, it seems like it, at least, because in sports it's pretty much the same. They own the players, depending on the league, obviously, whether it's combat or American football. Glad that you mentioned it in a way, because at least they have a stake in their career, so at least I can see that. Recently I was reading something about, at least in sports, how there's a specific way the players have to conduct themselves even outside of sports. Really? They can't go and be seen in specific places or something, because it might tarnish their brand, because they have sponsorship deals with footwear companies or whatever.
No, of course, but
So
that makes sense. That makes sense, because now when you're a 22 million player. Like freedom, no, hear me out. When you're paid 22 million a year, okay, for example, season, whatever, yeah, you gotta represent. Now at that point, it doesn't make you like free man. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. You're representing, first of all, not only your name, but the companies that represent you.
You're a walking advertisement.
You're a walking advertisement, but this is what you worked for. Well, at least now you got zeros in your banks, more like bag of Funyuns. Yeah. You got them M's coming up from left and right. Come on, bro. When you can buy your mom's for a different week of day, different car. Yeah. I mean, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's maybe a price worth paying for, if you can change the lives of those that matter to you.
Yeah, if you can change the life of your significant others, yeah, that's when life really gets good.
Man, it reminded me of actually, I was looking into Mike Tyson's career. Mm-hmm. The guy made in total $650 million, but pretty much all of it is gone. I don't think he even has. He has maybe a couple of mil. Like, it's in 650. I was asking myself, I was like, how?
Did you heard he bought a tiger for himself?
Yeah, I mean, that's like
man was in his underwear hanging out with the tiger. Man, he didn't care. He was a gangster. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, there was a story where he was, I think, in New York, and his he went to a car dealership. He bought a Rolls Royce, even though he had one already. He's like, I just feel like it. It cost like $150K or something. And then his driver's license had expired. He He was driving it. A police officer pulled him over,
Mm.
and the police officer then said, "Hey, you know you're driving without a ticket." But then, because Mike already had he had a stint in prison,
Mhm.
so he was afraid that he might go back. So he ended up bribing the guy with the car. He said, "Here's the keys. You can have the car if you want." The police officer ends up taking it. Then the police station ends up finding out. They fire the officer, and Mike then gets in trouble for this. But it's insane what money can make people do. At least too much in a way.
Mm.
Although look, I know I would change my life and people's lives if I had 650. I don't care. I don't care.
Here's the different perspective for it. Mike was in the prison. He was 16. He was
Oh, yeah,
I think he was
true.
like 16 when he
A
went
kid,
in
bro.
prison. He was a kid. He was from projects. He had not a lot of experience of what is a rich life.
Mm.
That's what usually happened to younger people. For example, younger rappers, when they come out the gate, that before that they were living in the projects.
Mm.
They were eating oodles and noodles back in there. You know, they're
Burger.
living that life, and all of a sudden, your bank account is hit with such a big pressure, like for 6 million, 5 million, whatever.
And you don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, you don't know what it's like to be, you know, eating at the fancy restaurant, or you don't have an experience. All of a sudden, you just go there and just eat everything and bring your homies there. You bring everybody. There's 30 people. Now they cut the check for you for 200 grand.
Mhm.
It's expensive, but now you got to ball out. But the money goes like this.
You're trying to impress the hood, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
It will go like this,
Mhm.
instant. So
It's a good thought, actually. It's a very good thought.
So that's why, although I'm not a fan of a ideology where if you want to become a millionaire, you have to think yourself as a millionaire. I don't like the ideology, but I see the sense in it, because when you put yourself in that sort of mental state, you will think of them. How do they act? How do men in power? How do they act? They don't go with, 30 of their homies, ball out in some different. Now imagine like 30 guys in the suits go ball out. Hey man, give me those shoes, man. I want them Jordans.
Mark
and everything."
Zuckerberg with like Elon and what's his name, Warren Buffett. They just go to some Michelin star restaurant and just order pork chops or something. Yeah. You guys are wearing jeans, bro, and just plain t-shirt.
Yeah.
But actually, that's true.
Yeah, I was just coming to it. Mark Zuckerberg just
They're not
plain.
flaunting.
No.
Mm.
Same t-shirt, same jeans, whatever. They go and buy that shit from dollar store. They let their money speak for themselves, not their clothes, not their everything.
I mean, Warren Buffett still lives in his childhood home.
Mm.
Childhood home somewhere, I think in Connecticut or something like that. Some small condo. This guy his net worth used to be, I don't know, was it at least 90 billion or something?
Yeah.
He gave most of it to through philanthropy to charity, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But that's true. One interesting quip that I had in mind was I've noticed if people are from, let's say, underprivileged backgrounds, and they do break out in whatever field that they're breaking out in, they end up also, if they're from the poorer, let's say the projects or something, and suddenly when they have so much money, it imposes a certain form of survival guilt, because they come from a poorer background. At least I thought about this. I was like, at least I know I would feel probably like, man, like most people back home from where I'm from, they don't have this. So, in order to get rid of that negative feeling, you just go and splurge like this,
I'm gonna put you on a game.
Talk to me.
1 million hits your bank account now. It's the first item or first thing. What is your buying?
Ooh, item or
item.
Like a material. Okay.
Materialistic stuff. Yeah. You cannot invest it, but you have to buy. What's your first thing you're buying?
I don't know. I might get myself a PS5, man. I don't know.
Bro, you got hit with the 1 million and you're buying a PS5.
PS5, yeah, 400 euros. I know,
Humble.
like,
Humble, okay.
I don't know. And like, it's just simple things make me happy, you know. I
Okay.
gotta play Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5 at some point. So
Okay.
just saying. Wait, why do you ask that though?
Just pushing on a game.
Okay, where's this going? Where's this going?
Nothing. It was just
Okay,
as we were
you're trying
talking.
to read me.
No, I was just asking a question like, okay, so what would you do if this
Because I
kind
know
of money?
it's probably because I also, if you had asked me this question in the beginning of this episode, I might have said a house or something. But now, since you've described a million as being not that much amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm a bit austere. You know, I feel like, okay, I gotta be conservative. I can spend it, but like tiny bits.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I might have said I'll buy a house, but that's also a way. In a way, it's an investment, so it's not really.
That's an investment. No, you can buy a house. No, of course you can buy. You can't invest as in like, okay, I'm gonna put it in, crypto or some shit. Yeah. But
okay,
like,
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Wait, what about you?
House would have been my first thing. I would.
You did me dirty, bro. Now people are gonna be listening. To like,
this man buy
the house. Wow, bro.
I would
outed myself.
Okay, listen. I would.
Yeah.
This will sound geeky and nerdy and everything. Or
Talk
like
you're speaking my lingo, bro.
I will.
My lingo.
I would actually buy a house and then rent it for someone. So I would buy two.
Very wise.
I would buy 2 houses.
Yeah.
The first one where I live at, and the second one which will pay off.
Yeah.
First and the second house.
I mean that's passive income in the long run.
There is no passive income, but yeah, there is no.
I mean, let's say if you buy at least somewhere in Espoo. Okay, a friend of mine did buy recently. Oh man, I don't want to dox him, but anyway, in a specific, I'm not gonna say the area, but he bought a house.
Okay.
Like right next to the beach. Like we're talking about maybe 50 meters.
Okay.
Like it's the coast is right there. Bought a house there for like 100 and maybe 10K, but he's paying mortgage like 300 euros a month.
Okay.
Lifetime. You know, that's maybe 30 years or something.
But 110.
I think so.
K. That's not a lot.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean,
the house I'm living at, the apartment I'm living at, guess how much it would cost? Realistically.
You already said it's not a lot, so 120?
Way up.
Nah.
Way up.
There's no way, bro.
Almost 300K would cost to buy out the apartment I'm living at.
Okay, that's pretty insane actually.
So now put the back in when you said your friend bought the house from the beach for 110K. That's not a lot.
Although it is on the outside skirts of Helsinki.
Okay.
So it's not like it's about from here like 22 kilometers. So I mean it's like towards East Helsinki, but outside of Helsinki. Yeah. But still, normal. But man, now I'm feeling bad because I'm 30 and maybe it's time to buy up some property. I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. No.
Why?
The interest is so high up right now. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and of course the prices will just go down because people are not buying houses right now. No one, because the price is so up. Crazy. So just give it a time, and when the price hits the rock bottom, then
I wonder though, like if is there a correlation between birth rates in society and the amount of houses that are being bought? Because the more people have kids, the more they want to buy a bigger house. So I haven't looked into it.
But why you have to buy a house when you can just rent it? That's why people don't buy houses. They can just rent it.
But it's so expensive, right? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe then my friend bought it he bought it 3 years ago. He's paying 300 euros mortgage per month. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like I'm like, what? So and the rest he keeps himself. So
the rent nowadays is insane.
Yeah,
bro, insane.
It makes me want to move out to some place like an.
You heard how much our rent is? It's like the house is not that big.
700.
Yeah, per person.
Bro, oh my
bro, 750 per person for our apartment. It's not that you've seen it. It's not special.
It's a nice place.
It's okay.
It's brand.
I don't
know.
Right? For sure.
Yeah.
It's uh 2 years old. The house,
Yeah,
I
the
think 2
building.
years old. Yeah, it's 2 years old. It looks good,
Yeah.
but it's not special, and it's not somewhere like, for example, in the center of
Yeah.
Helsinki or
True.
everything.
True. True. True.
And sure, it's big, like, okay, 70 meters,
Yeah.
like square meters.
But that specific area, it used to be so forested before,
Yeah,
but now people are just
yeah,
wrecking it and just building.
and the price is just going up.
Bro, I wonder if it's like people are
insane.
moving to to the capital region from
No, no, no,
outside,
no.
or what's
Yeah,
going
they're
on,
just going
or
out.
are they spreading out?
They
Right?
won't go out.
Ah,
Because if you go to Helsinki, that's
You're
like
dead.
2K for a, like, wardrobe.
yeah, that's true.
You're
Yeah.
living in 90 square meter
Yeah.
for 2K.
That's
in
funny because like
Helsinki.
you're a fellow Espoo resident,
Yeah.
and I would expect a man from your line of work or your interests be
Mm.
located somewhere closer to town. You know?
No.
But I see that maybe
I
you
don't-
want to detach also from that scene,
Yeah.
right?
I did a decision that I don't ever want to move to Helsinki. The reason is for it. I built my life around nightlife. I love everything about nightlife. I built my career there, and I built my friendships there. I
Mm.
got friends and families sort of said there. And
network.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But I also want my quiet space. So
Mm.
which means if I can take 20 minutes to get there, but also get out of there,
Yeah. It's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, 20 minutes is not bad, bro.
it's not bad.
Yeah, took us 45 minutes to come here, so it's like just sitting down on a
Yeah,
bus. Yeah, besides the walking and stuff. That's actually true. 20
So
minutes
it
is
takes 20 minutes to go from everything, the hassle, the people, the everything. Get 20 minutes in your own quiet place.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think now I'm starting to appreciate more the Espoo life. Before, because I briefly have lived in Kalevankatu right in the center
Mm-hmm.
back in 2013, and then last couple of years ago, I was staying because when we had the renovation, I was staying at my sister's place, thanks to her good graces, and she was living somewhere else. And it's very convenient, but still like the hustle and bustle. It's too hectic. You don't really get the quietness and the tranquility,
Yeah.
you know. And you being so extroverted and very like bombastic as a person, to think of you wanting to run home and just sit on your gaming chair and just away. It's like, it's funny for me to think of it, bro. It's because it's completely. I mean, you already have a good rep actually, but like you're a character. So to know that you still want your little monk mode, it's pretty cool.
Everyone wants.
Yeah.
Everyone that take any person in the industry,
Mm.
different person. It can be, as explosive and as entertaining you
Yeah.
can ever find. Everyone wants to go
Mm.
back home and probably take their PS controller and play some Fortnite or whatever. Have a little geek moment. They're on the word. We're person. We're people. That's what we do.
Oh my day! I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, that's true. That's true.
We're first. On the topic of music, I have one question for you, and
Talk
I
to me.
and I don't think there's any other perfect person for this to answer than you.
No, but let's.
No, listen. People have been talking for ages about music affecting negatively on teenagers and kids.
Oh,
I want to know your opinion on this.
okay. So are we addressing a specific kind of music right now?
Okay, we take
Feel free. Like,
let's take rap music.
Okay.
Let's
yeah.
take rap music. People say that the rap music itself affects negatively on young people. What do you think?
I remember actually I used to in 2008 I used to ask myself that same question. I was a teenager and I realized, I was trying to emulate and sort of copy my my persona, after some subcultures, like whether it's gangster rap or whatever, trying to carry yourself as, a man who don't let nobody step on your toe, and you got it right.
Yeah.
Then I was like, hey, listen, pause. What am I doing this? It can on an personal anecdotal level, it can affect you.
Mm.
So I think it's maybe up to the person. But I think they did do a social study that rap music per se does not particularly make people behave in violent ways or whatever. But also lately, I've been hearing from online chit chat or some friends that this subgenre or this new genre, I think it's drill,
Yeah,
right?
drill
It's
music.
it's at least promoting certain lifestyle and behavior. Or if someone disrespects you, you gotta make him pay. And back in the day, it can be maybe, hey, listen, you want to take this outside, like 1-on-1 or
Mm.
something, and then you just shake hands and go. But
Mm.
people are dying, bro.
Mm.
So I don't know. I'm a bit concerned. I'm not maybe too qualified to speak on a societal level. Personally, it can impact me. So I am very careful what I listen to. So I won't listen to too much trash, very lecherous kind of music, like where your booty this, booty that. It's like I don't need that in my brain, bro. It kills my brain cells. So yeah. But yeah, I think it can impact you. What about you?
I will say it's not the music itself, but more of the image and the culture it builds around it
Okay, yeah.
that is affecting younger generation. Because if I play Pop Smoke at the club,
Hey, but listen, you gotta pay respect, so
yeah, if I play some Pop Smoke at the club or some drill music or whatever, it doesn't mean that instantly there's going to be fight breakout. Of course, I had this one incident which kind of like,
oh, I never thought about that actually.
Yeah,
fighting in the club because
I had this one incident when someone asked me to play some Pop Smoke in the club.
Yeah.
And I was very skeptical at that point that should I play this? And then I played and four different fights broke out the second. I had to cut that. I had to cut it off instantly. But I think it's just the image that the music carries itself. And
4 fights, not much though. It's not like
it's just
out of hundreds of people. When you think about it,
it could be. It just could have been. Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
At that night.
Because I also take we also have to consider that the music maybe is not the issue, but the person underlying the person that is receiving it.
Yes, the receiving end is always.
So I think it's person to person.
Because I listen a lot of different. I was listening to Waka Flocka back in the days. He was one of the most gangster guys I knew.
Yeah,
like he was. I go on in him, and everything. And I was bopping to it, and bro, I can't fight.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a run away. I can run you.
I don't know, that's actually a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
that's probably what everyone should do. That's what I would do.
If someone wants to fight me, I can run you.
It's not worth it.
We can swim.
Yeah.
We can take, race on the scooters.
Yeah, let's start a triathlon.
Yeah, let's go.
No,
I can build some Fortnite. We can do 1-on-1 on Fortnite, but I can't fight.
Hey, yo, son, come listen. Meet me online. My username is,
I'm gonna scrap you. I'm gonna build a house around you, bro.
Yeah. You don't need to take outside. We can take this in cyberspace.
I'm gonna snipe you from a tower, bro. No, but I can't.
Call me camper for a reason.
Yeah. Although I like a lot of aggressive songs. I like that makes me want to go.
But
that's why I listen to, for example, A$AP Ferg is my favorite guy from A$AP Mob, whatever it's called, because he goes crazy, he goes ham. Like Plain Jane gets me driving.
I mean, but when you think about it though, like even if you go to the gym, when you just put on Pop Smoke, man, it hits different. That like you can actually feel the pump. Like it puts you.
Why you don't say you would pump to a Barbie girl? I'm a Barbie.
Yeah, bro.
Give me that. You gonna hit your PR with that.
Hey, listen, you never know. Maybe at home I can do it, but like not where people.
Nah, I see.
That's not gangster, bro. That's not thug, bro.
No, but yeah, there is actually. Oh, I'm gonna put you on something Very interesting.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Um,
Hey, yo, listen,
there's
don't mind me if I finish up my break.
do your
Listen,
thing.
people,
Do your thing.
no disrespect, but listen, man was famished. I was fasting all day. So you finished up already?
Yeah, I'm done.
What, man?
I got some onion rings.
I
if
thought
you
we were
want to.
supposed to eat together, bro. I'm telling you.
I got some onion rings if you
I
want to.
appreciate it. Listen, don't mind me, people.
Listen, so
Mhm.
there's been a study
Yeah.
that different hertz of
Mhm.
music, different so different pitches of hertz, or like, what do you call them,
Mhm.
will affect your brain in different way. For example, if I pump up the right hertz in the song,
Mhm.
it will affect your mood listening to the song. The song can be whatever. But
never
if I
thought about
pump
that,
out
actually,
some
Specific frequencies, right?
frequencies,
Yeah.
it will affect your brain on a whole different level. And there's been study, and I really had to take a deeper education on it, because I want to see how it really affects. I want to study that thing, and I want to use kind of like science in when I'm making
No,
music myself.
that's a good point. I mean, isn't that a widely confirmed thing though? Like,
Yes.
I mean, specific frequencies tend to impact our, I think,
Different parts of the brain.
yeah, and brain waves, right? I
Ooh,
think it synchronizes with the brain waves or something like
Yeah.
that. So, but I never thought about tweaking up for the same song different frequencies and how that will impact the mood. But I never thought about that.
Yeah.
But I know that they do. Some people they do hypnotic therapy, hypnosis, and besides a visual something to visually guide them through it, they also use the thing that you mentioned, the hertz,
frequencies?
Yeah. I mean, but man, like music, I don't know if it's particularly just depend. I don't know if it's solely due to music, but I've noticed wherever you go, I don't think there's not a single person on this planet that does not like music.
Yeah, I think there's singular person that doesn't like
something that just, it can be maybe the person does not like the same genre, but I guarantee you someone who still likes music.
You want to hear something more crazy?
Talk to me.
Ever seen, like, have you ever had this moment you're listening to, for example, high tempo song,
Okay.
high BPM song, then you switch to something a lot slower? Do you ever feel like, oh, the whole world is feeling like very slowish, or like, I think, is this the song, or is everything happening very slow? Do you know why that's happening?
Well, I do know that there is a fitting time for it, but for example, let's say I go to a house event like yours truly, and it's I'm there until like 3 a.m. and when they're shutting down, and I don't want that drive to stop. So if someone starts playing something too slow, it makes me a bit like sort of like just like I fatigue a little bit. You know? I'm like, man, too calm. I want something to pick me up. So yeah, absolutely.
So here's the thing. I've come to conclusion, and this might be actually a scientific, also scientifically proven. When I'm playing 130 BPM music, your blood flow and your heart rate actually tries to catch up to the beat.
Oh,
and when I drop, for example, to a track that's 90 beats per minute, it feels super slow.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like normal track, but it feels super slow track. That's why when we're actually going from track to a track, it has a smooth transition. We if we want to get a bit more moving.
If the previous song is 120 and you want the next one to be 130, so
I had to gradually pump up, because it doesn't feel right.
Okay.
But also I've noticed that if I have kept the whole night, for example, 130 BPM, if I've played different genres of music but at the same BPM, I kind of get the same movement people having. They have the same flow, they have same energy through the night. But if I start playing a lot from different genres to different. It's not a bad thing. It's also a good
Yeah.
thing that you go from different places. But if you go too fast, people don't know what to do.
I think actually just reminded me of a podcast I was listening to. There's this guy called Matthew Walker. He's a neuroscientist at Berkeley University, in a specific field that he's an expert is in the science of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about actually how he does not recommend that when people are going to sleep that they listen to, let's say, 120 BPM sort of frequency songs, you know?
Or yeah, the BPM songs. Yeah.
Yeah. So he recommends that it stays in line with the heart rate you should have, the heart rate tempo you should have right before going to sleep, which is a calmer heart, like around 90.
Yes.
So something very slow and mellow, so that the transition into sleep state is also going to be better. Because if you just stressful, it's cortisol, you know,
your heart tries to catch up.
Exactly.
It's going to catch up. It's just catching up with the flow. It's catching up with the frequencies and the waves and everything.
Think about it. I think our ears are actually one of the most, the most overrated sense that we have, that we specifically values our eyes. We're a very visual species because we interact with the world through this, but we never really take into consideration this. At least personally, only recently, maybe a year or two ago, I decided not to walk. Again, it's a personal thing. I don't want to walk and listen to music at the same time, or I try to keep it in a low volume in one earphone in one ear set, because I want to be aware of my environment when I'm walking.
Okay. Well, that is actually not recommended to listen to only one side, because it tends to get more damaged when you're listening only on one side.
The headphone or the ear?
If you're listening only on one headphone,
yeah,
the music, it tends to do more damage.
Okay. So they have to be synced quite
well.
It
has to be both or not at all.
Okay, that's actually good. Thanks. I didn't even know this trivia. But yeah, like I thought, okay, you know what? Because visually we have around 180 degrees, you know, a view. But if we want a full 360 state of awareness, we got to include this, because we don't know what's behind, you know. Some guy might be trying to rob you, or someone might be running, or a car or something. I've seen also some graphic videos where, unfortunately, not too graphic, but people walking with their headsets and crossing the train track, you know, like a road where there's a crossroad and trains just passing them, and they didn't notice, bro. It's crazy.
Those are. This might be a bit cliche, or might be a bit controversial to say, but
what?
Even though you're watching TikToks on your phone or listening to music, never concentrate on it too much. That's kind of on you, because you can never go just super, like, fully focused on your phone. Even though I've been many times on my phone, on my headphones or whatever, but I tend to always do only one thing. Either I'm on my TikTok or I'm listening to music. But if I'm listening to music, I'm always watching around. I never fully deeply go into the music itself.
Trying to keep one of your senses at least.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Like, if there's music playing, let it play, but focus on your around. But when you're listening to the music and watching TikTok, that's kind of on you. If you don't focus on walking around in outside, not trying to watch out for the cars and everything dangerous that is happening on you, that's on you. I can't help you.
Absolutely.
If you chose to not care,
at least personally, I realized, okay, I don't want to take unnecessary risk. Whereas, because something happens, then it's on me, as you said. So these, bro, the ears, man. But yeah, listen, my bro, we're closing up right now.
Okay.
It's already been a full hour. So first and foremost, appreciate it that you pulled through. You know, enlightened us with the ins and outs of the music industry. Learned a lot, actually, I didn't know, because I always thought it's just, you know, I've always seen it from the perspective, it's very glamorous and it's very appealing. But now I actually see that it can be a bit shady as well. So you've enlightened me. I don't know if he gets assassinated, remember, it was not a suicide.
It was not a suicide. I didn't do it myself.
Kevin Paul didn't hang himself. Hashtag, you know. But yeah, no, for real, really appreciate it. I would love to have you back again. there's the house event coming up this spring, right?
Yes, the first house event is coming up this May of 9th in Cork Bar, and then the
Cork,
second
Cork.
one,
Yeah, Cork, yeah.
yes, and then the second one is going to be, wait, what comes after May, June?
Mhm.
Wait, no, January, February, March, April, May. In May, yes,
My dude speaks 3 languages, so he has to switch back. You know, between different
11th
hemispheres.
of May, again
11th
in
of
the
May.
Cork Bar. Yeah,
Wait,
so
May 11th. Is that
January,
no, it's not
February,
it's
March.
not
Yeah, March
it's not Vapu.
9th and 11th of May. No, it's not Vapu.
Oh, it's
Vapu.
next month already.
Yeah.
Oh snap! I thought it was like in May or something.
No.
Okay, you heard it, people. Listen, the house. One of the tickets gonna go on sale.
They're already on sale in biletti.fi.
Biletti.
Yeah,
Remember,
but if you want to, you can get the tickets at the door.
but also, if people want you to pull through, play at their venue, maybe at a wedding or a birthday, how can they reach you?
You can find me on Instagram. I think you're gonna put somewhere in my Instagram or something.
Actually, it's probably easier if you say it.
Oh, it's just Kevin Paul official.
Kevin Paul official.
Yeah.
Kevin Paul. No underscores, no dot.
No, nothing like that.
Official. And they can also find you on TikTok, right? Because you're pretty.
I knew you were gonna pull this out.
Listen, there's sides to this guy that you don't know. Like there's some shades of him. Seriously, he's You should probably get into the film industry and make comedy films because like this guy has some really creative sketches. So I don't. Can they find you? Are they even viewable?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
on
that's what I mean.
TikTok. Yeah,
I'm gonna expose you, bro.
Kevin Paul official X on TikTok. If
X.
you're gonna find it there, you're gonna find it. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna answer for the content there because I don't care what I'm going to post there. It's controversial. Some people don't like the humor, but if you like it, you like it.
It fluctuates between PG-13 to rated R, right?
Oh yeah, always rated R.
Yeah. For real. But appreciate it, and of course, gotta give a shout out to my main man Joe, without whom this would not be possible. Joe, thank you very
Joe.
much. He's the one who makes all things come to fruition. And speaking of which, listen, if you guys need to get a nice swave haircut, Joe has his own barbershop. It's called Uptown Haircuts. So pull through. It's an Espo. The kids, you guys need to look fresh. Summer is coming. Make it a goal to go there at least once a month, if not twice. I think you'll get a bang for your buck. So thank you very much, Joe. And Kevin, really, really appreciate having you here.
Appreciate you.
I'm definitely going to have you back again. So appreciate it. Next time you can actually probably bring a sample of your music.
I will.
You can even play here, actually.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I got you.
All right, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Peace out, people. This way. All right.